نعم أستاذ. بسم الله.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصلى الله وبارك عليه. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء. واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again for giving us another opportunity to witness the 7th day of Ramadan. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept our ibadah. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept all other struggles in Ramadan or by Ramadan. And if you do not forget, yesterday we are still in Surah An-Nur, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us our attitude or what we're supposed to do in terms of when we heard about our Muslim brother, Muslim sister, something that is what is not good, that our reaction, how our reaction should be. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and we should not follow the footsteps of Shaitan, because Shaitan always will tell you something that is not good. And Shaitan will never leave you until when you are among those that Shaitan will do general assembly in Jahannam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us. That Shaitan will continue disturbing you until you die. When one die and obey Shaitan, at the end of the day, what will happen is that if one enter Jahannam and Shaitan also there, Shaitan will make general announcement. Shaitan will address people of Jahannam that Inna Allah wa'adakum wa'ada al-haq wa wa'adtukum fahdabtukum. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make a promise that whoever obey him, definitely the person will enter paradise. And Shaitan also make his own promise that whoever obey him, you enter hellfire. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that owns hellfire. So he fulfilled his promise. Then Shaitan will now started advising people that Ma kana alayya min sultani, that I do not use any power to control you. Illa an da'awtukum fastajabtum li. That I only what? I only call you and you answer. Fala talumuni walumu anfusakum. Do not blame me, blame yourself. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu la tattabi'u khutuwati shaitan. You do not follow the footsteps of Shaitan. Then what remains is for you to know what are the footsteps of Shaitan, then you keep away from them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَإِنَّهُ يَعْمُرُ بِالْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنْكَرِ. Always Shaitan will continue commanding you to do something that is what? Al-Fahsha wal-Munkar, and evils, bad things. Shaitan will command you to do this, do that, and at the end of the day, it's a disobedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَوْلَا فَضْلُ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ وَرَحْمَتُهُ مَا زَكَى مِنْكُمْ مِنْ أَحَدٍ عَبَدًا وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يُزَكِّي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. That hadn't be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raise his favor and his mercy, then none of us would have been pious. None of us would have been pious. That is why the Sahaba, they continue saying that had it not been the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent to them, ma sallayna wa ma sumna, that wouldn't have been praying, I wouldn't have been fasting, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his own mercy sent a messenger to us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, had it not be his favor that he favors us, none of us would have been pious. So in essence, if today, alhamdulillah, you are not being particular sin, and it happened that your fellow sister, she engaged in such sin, then you should know that it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that decided to be like in that form. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that what? That tested her with such sin. So we shouldn't look at it as if we should find a way of accommodating her. Find a way of advising her. Try as much as possible for you to see that your fellow sister, you save her from what? From such bad thing. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy. I think that is where we stopped yesterday. Then today, we are going to continue from the 22nd of the verse of Surah An-Nur. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولا يأتل أولو الفضل منكم والسعة أن يؤتوا أولي القربى والمساكين والمهاجرين في سبيل الله وليعفوا وليصفحوا ألا تحبون أن يغفر الله لكم والله غفور رحيم. The scholars of Islam said this particular verse, وَلَا يَعْتَدِلْ أُولِي الْفَضْلِ مِنْكُمْ وَالسَّعَةِ, that it was revealed that none of you, that أُولِي الْفَضْلِ مِنْكُمْ, that those who have high rank in Islam, those who have Iman, those who are righteous people, وَالسَّعَةِ, and those who have the worldly things in their hands, they are rich, they are not poor people. Then said they should not swear that they will never spend on what? And you to ulil qurba wal masakin, that they will not spend their money on their close relations. Wal masakin, and the poor people. Look at the quality. These people, they have faith, and at the same time they have money, they have wealth. That is why the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ni'mal mal li'abd as-salih li-rajul as-salih." Ni'mal mal li-rajul as-salih. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "May Allah bless such money, such property that is for a righteous somebody." You know, when a righteous man is rich, he will spend his wealth on the what? On good things. If someone is righteous and you are good, you know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you can differentiate between your right and your left. And it happens that you possess money, you have wealth, you will be spending such wealth in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if you don't know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, at the end of the day, if it happens you don't know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then they will now call those those drum beaters. You call them, in our town, alhamdulillah, mashallah, there are many. You call them, they'll be beating drum, you'll be dancing. You'll be dancing because you don't know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. Then you call singer, spend a lot of money. Some people go to the extent, they invite them from long distance to come over and dancing. Yes, that and if you don't know what you are doing and the money is there, and say this is my children's birthday, you want to cut cake. How much in Abuja? Cake is very expensive. So this is what you spend your money for, but you forget to spend your money on a good thing, because the mind is what? The mind is corrupt. There is no iman in the mind. So for the fact that there is no iman, all what you are going to spend your wealth on is bad things. It's not good things. These are the type of people that the wealth Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give to them, they use it in a bad way. Contrary to someone who has faith in his heart, they will always spend their wealth that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to them on a good way. They will spend their wealth, as a woman at home, there are some activities that you're supposed to involve yourself. Don't think it's only for the men alone. Like when you have money, you buy 3 kettles, you bring it to the mosque. When you have money, you buy perfume, you bring it to the mosque. When you have money, when you do good something, it's encouraging. You encourage people. Yesterday I saw some sisters sharing something. That is a good idea. It's a very good idea. You don't know that activity that you involve yourself, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I will forgive you. So, little things that with little money, you can do them. You can do them. If you have an orphan in your house, you make sure you be kind to them. It's very, very important. And most of us, it's happened, maybe your husband have a former wife. She's no longer there, and the children is at your disposal. You get hold of them. You make sure you take those children like yours. I know of a family that the children are very young when the mother left the house. But it was later when these children grew that they happen to know that their stepmother is not their mother. And up to today, the mother and the stepmother and the children, I still know them. The way what they do to their stepmother, in fact, it's even more than what they do to their mother. They spend more on their stepmother than what? Than their own mother. So you should be kind to them. You should be good to them. So that is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying here, that these people that have this quality, al-fadlu was-sa'a, look at it, this is iman and this is wealth. The money is there. Instead of you, that your husband, alhamdulillah, mashallah, he has the ability to marry more than one wife. I always say you should marry more than one wife. And every sister should be ready to have second, third, fourth. Wouldn't you like your sister to have a place to put in her head? It's very good though. So that your sister, I know of a madam. Our madam was telling us that there is one sister. Since the husband married her, she always encouraged the husband that she get second wife. And the husband is not that rich. The husband always tell her that, look at the life we are living. Second wife is not what I'm thinking for now. But the wife always encourage him. Then one day the husband said, may I know the reason why you always tell me to go and marry another wife? Look at a good wife, what she said. she said, "It is my prayer that I will die before you. If I die before you, then you bathe me, you shried me, and buried me. And I want to see, when you have second wife now, then I want to try my best and do good to her. And then when I'm no longer there, maybe whenever she remembered all those good things, then she will get hold of my children. She will hold them very well." This man, there are some women that is only in their mouths. Like play, this man get second wife. In fact, our madam was telling us that now the life they are living is that the closeness, the relationship is so too much that if the senior wife children, they do sleep in the second wife's house. If it happens that sleep overtake them in their mother's room, even though it is night, if they wake up, they will still go back to their stepmother's room. And look at the wife, what they do. Said, if the husband happens to be in the senior wife's room, you understand what I mean? Then, and it happens that she's menstruating, she will be the one that will carry the husband to the the second wife. This is the life they are living. What does that mean? Is that bad? With Allah's subhanahu wa ta'ala going to write sin for you if you are so good to that person? Allah will definitely show mercy on you. But the question is that, can we do that? Can we do that? Now the next thing is that I know it depends on the husband. It depends on the husband. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on us. You see, try to be good. Just try to be good. In ahsantum li anfusikum wa in asatum falaha. If you are good for yourself. If you are otherwise, it's for yourself. Just try to be good. Just try to be good. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on us. So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in this verse that those who have faith and they have wealth, they should not swear that ayyutu ulil qurba wal masakin wal muhajirin fi sabilillah. That you should not swear that I will never spend my money on her. I will never extend my good gesture to my fellow sister anymore. The scholars of Islam said this verse was revealed if we could remember that we said there when Aisha radiallahu anha, who can remind us that when Aisha, as she returned from the journey and she's fall sick, and there was a time she went out to go and Kodai Haja. So she was going with a woman, and the woman nearly fell down, and she now calls her own son. Who can remember that name? The name of that son. Yes. Now? No. The name of that son, Mistahu, that she said, Taisa Mistahu. Aisha radiallahu anha said, how can you speak about him? He's a righteous man. He's one of those who attend Badr. The mother now said, don't tell me you don't hear what he's spreading around regarding you. Aisha radiallahu anha said, what is she saying? This is what they are saying, that you commit zina with what? With another man. What is the name of that man? The man that brought Aisha radiallahu anha. I caught the name. Sufwan ibn Mu'attal as-Sulami. Sufwan ibn Mu'attal as-Sulami. That is his name. That the man that said, I told you people that he used to sleep a lot. So the Prophet ﷺ said, whenever an army camped, so he will be the last. So that whenever, whatever drop on the road, he'll be picking it. Those they are bamboos. Those they are one thing or the other, he'll be picking it for them. He is the one that met Aisha radiallahu anha, that she was sleeping, and he now said what? Now, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. And this is another lesson for us, that whenever something sudden strike you, instead of you to say, Adamu, no, you say what? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Adamu cannot be of any help. Well, you know, some people even go to the extent that one, Adamu na ilayhi. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on them. So, that Mistahu, the scholars of Tafseer said, he is poor, and he is a what? He is the son of aunt to Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. Then we can say, he and Aisha radiallahu anha, they are what? They are cousins. But look at it. He is among those that spread the issue. He is among the people that what? That spread the information against Aisha radiallahu anha. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, he is the one that used to spend on him. Can we continue? Alhamdulillah. So Sayyidina Abu Bakr, he has blood relationship with this Mr. And he's the one that used to spend on him because he's poor. All what he spent, he's eating, drinking, is from Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu now said, if something bad happened to my own daughter, and he is among those that is spreading it around, that I will never spend on him again. Like what we used to do. That this is Taba, that she went and said this and that regarding me. In fact, there was a time, I'm the one that she don't even have money for machine. I gave her, and she did not return it. And I will never do that again. This is what happened. Sayyidina Abu Bakr swear that I will never spend on him again. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now reveal this verse. وَلَا يَعْتَدِلْ أُولِي الْفَضْلِ مِنْكُمْ وَالسَّعَةِ. That those of you should not swear. Those of you that have faith, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala favor you, and you have the wealth, the resources, that you should not swear, and you to ulil qurba, those who are closer to you. Here, let's understand this verse very, very well. If you have, you should know that there are some people that is so compulsory you spend on them among your family. You know, the life we are living today is unfortunate that me and my husband and our children, you don't care about your sister's children. You don't care about your brother's children. You don't care about your mother. You don't care about your father. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَآتِ ذَا الْقُرْبَى حَقَّهُ وَالْمِسْكِينِ وَمِنَ السَّبِيلِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we should give the right of those who are closer to us. Give them their right. That is why I can remember one brother. He borrowed money from his sister. The sister was disturbing him that he should pay him back. Then I reduce that from my right that is in your hand. I will not give you again. Why are you disturbing me like that? So there are those that have rights that we're supposed to give them. Let's understand something here. We shouldn't look at she's not a sister. She's not wearing long hijab. Here is not a condition that you should be Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Insofar that there is blood relationship and you have, then you spend on them. You spend on them. Now, even though they are Christian, your relationship is your people. You want to know that your relationship is the day when they say everybody should bring his family. You don't have another family, it's them. He's there. He's there. In the history now, when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Abu Lahab is not his family. He's still the family of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but he's his uncle. He's his uncle. So it's only you don't spend on those that will fight you in your religion. Huh? You understand the language? You don't spend on the people that if you give them, they will go and spend it against you. No. But insofar that it's your mother, it's compulsory you must take good care of your mother. In this Ramadan, do something that your mother will be happy for you. Do something that your mother will tell you that what you do for me in good, your child will do more than that for you. Do that. Don't think, no. Huh? If you don't take good care of your mother, when are you going to show appreciation to what he does for you? That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whenever he's talking about the right, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will always take his right, and after his right, followed by what? Followed by the parents. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed that you should worship nobody except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. That your two parents, the mother and the father, you should be good to them. You should be good to them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحْدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا وَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if it happened, your mother attained the old age. You know, if someone is old, you have to be patient. You cannot take good care of them except you are the patient type. They will peace. You know, they have go back to what? Childhood stage again. You take good care of your mother. And especially those of us that will practice Sunnah. Let the Sunnah translate that Sunnah teaches us what is good, kindness. Let your mother single-handedly said, among all my children, this one is different. Your differences is as good as what? Is your religion that tells you to be good. So those who are closer to you, they are very, very important. Madam, we should have time. We should have time. We take our children to our relations. What do you come to do? I come to visit you. You make what? You tight the kinship. You should not be the one that because you are Malama, so every other person is kafir. Every other person is that bidah. Every other person is what is like this. They are not wearing hijab. No. Even be kind to them, close to them, advise them. See, our aim is, if my sister should enter hellfire, what will I gain? I gain nothing. The aim is that what? Everybody should enter paradise. You know, the scholars of Islam said, what make a paradise a very good place is that you be what? You still keep the contact of your wife and your father and your relationship. It will be very, very sweet that you are in paradise and you can see your mother, you can see your father, you can see your sisters, you can see your husband and wife and your children. It will make it comfortable, because we human beings, we love to be in what? We love to be in group. Like this our group now, it sent some messages. So it's very, very important we take our relationship very serious. You should not be the one that what? You are the one that used to cut the family ties. that you even have uncle, you don't even know him. You have aunt. Since you have that aunt, you have never visited her. It's not in life. That is not Islam. That is not Islam. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم يقاتلوكم في الدين ولم يخرجوكم من دياركم أن تبروه وتقسطوا إليه. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I do not forbid you people. That is not what I forbid you. For those who do not fight you in your religion, and for those who do not drive you from house because of your religion, that antabarru, you should be nice to them. Watukusitu ilayhim, and you should be just to them. Huh? That is to say, if it happened that if you want to keep the relationship, if you continue fighting your religion, you distance yourself. But the question we are talking about here, you know, there are some people, nothing concerns them with your religion, no. Even though if you're born, they will still come and visit you. So such people, even though you should keep the relationship, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in fact, calls those who cut the relationship. So keeping the relationship, the family is very, very important. Very, very important. And another thing, as a woman, because you marry your husband, don't take your husband, don't separate him from their family.
Why?
Constantly, as a good wife, continue telling you, do you call your mother? Do you send something to your mother? You are referring to your mother-in-law. You know, most of us, we only fight when our husband refuses to send something to our mother because of our selfishness. And you know, there are some sisters, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide them, that if you go and buy a expensive clothes, you want to take it to your mother and say mama, show our daughter carry her. It's very, very bad. It's very, very bad. So, we should be good to our relationship. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we should not swear that we will not spend on those who are closer to us. Those who are closer to us. We should have the habit that when we relate with somebody, the person will always like to continue relating with us. Whenever we are not around, people should miss us. Because of your kindness, because of your goodness. You see, you know, when we are talking about this, we are not only referring to those who have money. Your relationship, it's not only money that you can use to keep your relationship. You should have the idea of what? You have to talk. Even though if you don't have to give, but speak what? وَقُولُ لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا. Say something good. Why are they like he knows how? He knows how. Then also the Hausa people said, Shimpidan fuska, yapimi, Shimpidan tabarma. Let your eyes be free. You always smile. Don't let your face as if always somebody died. You know, that is why sometimes myself, the wife, even the husband, when they come home and see your face like that, as if you are crying, then you will go out again and be watching ball. Because what you're supposed to do, you do not. So, even though you don't have money to give, you don't have food to give them, but speak good word to them. Pray for them. Pray for them. So that these are the people that are closer to you. Now we should know there's nothing you can do to pay your mother. Nothing. Nothing. I used to say that I appreciate my father more when I marry and start bearing children. Now, if it is this how it is, they try. They try. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَقَدَ رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِنسَانًا فَإِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِندَكَ الْكِبَرَ ahaduhuma aw kilahuma fala taqul lahuma uff. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said we should not say uff. The scholars of Tafseer said what they call uff is that when your mother is talking to you, your father is talking to you, he should understand or she will understand from your looking that you disagree with what she is saying. That is uff. Allah said we should not do that. Not to talk of more than no. Subhan. Wala taqul lahuma uffin wala tanharhuma. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said we should not shout at them. So what I mean, man? No. Wa qul lahuma qawlan karima. That we should say a word of respect to our parents. A word of respect to our parents. So that the scholars of Islam said whoever wants to live this world peacefully, no problem, and you want your life to be good for you, then make sure that you are good to a parent. Because what goes around comes around. If you are good to your parents, your children will be good to you. Your children will be good for you. So these are the people that are closer to us. That is why when the Sahaba during the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, yas'alunaka madha yunfikun, they asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that from what are we going to spend from? Qul ma anfaqtum min khayrin. From what after your need is that the remainder. You know, in primary school there is remainder 1, remainder 2. That remainder, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Falil walidain, your parent. That is why if I come in circle like this, I said to my own little understanding, is that if a son, if you happen to have a car, riding car, is maybe that one because he's the one that look for the source of money here up and there, maybe. But the second car of your husband is supposed to be given to the mother. Yeah, but what happened? This one is for me. This one is my wife's car. This is what we do. The second car of mine is for my mother. Let me and my wife continue managing this one. The second car is my mother. When are you going to pay your mother? When are you going to show appreciation for what he does? For what she does? When? On the day of judgment. لَن تَنْفَعَكُمْ أَرْحَامُكُمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ يَفْصُلُ بَيْنَكُمْ. You don't have anything. You cannot do anything for her. On the day of judgment. So make sure. Let your mother sleep in a good place. If you have. But if you don't have, out of the little you have, still show appreciation. It's very, very important. Still show appreciation. Let your mother know that despite the fact that you are managing, but you do not forget about her. Let your mother know that. And your mother will be praying for you. Because, subhanallah, you earn your paradise through that. We should be good to our mother. You know, during the time of Sahabas, they said one man backed his mother. The mother is too old to walk. And the mother promised that she wants to perform Hajj. So this man backed his mother from their village, a very distant place from Sana'a, to Masjid al-Haram. You know, we were talking about Hajj. You need to see how people are very many. You will be struggling on your own, not to talk about you are carrying someone. So he backed the mother, circumambulate the Kaaba for 7 times, then do as-Safa wal-Marwa. After he has finished the work, they said he came to say Abu Huraira. In another way, they say Ibn Umar, that see my mother, see what I did for my mother. I backed her from our village to here. Then this is what I did. This is what I did. Have I paid her? They said the Sahaba was sitting, lying on one side like this. He sat very well. He said, Wallah, just one night. The suffer she suffer for a night. You can never pay for it. You can never pay for it. So, we should what? We should take our mother very serious. Very serious. What we are discussing here is, your mother can be Christian, no? You still do the same thing, no? No? Yes. Yes. It's when you are good to her with this such attitude that you now come and very close to Mama. Mama, why don't you? Islam is this. All these things that you see me doing for you, is my religion that says I should do it for you. I didn't be you are a Muslim. In fact, you have more of me. Your mother can still be going to, it's not, even though she's not a Christian, she can still be going to this traditional herbalist. That one is, we are talking about what Allah said you should do for her. Your own responsibility, we are talking about here. So you should do your own part. You should do your own part. So we should be good to what? Those who are closer to us. And we should know, let your people, when you are good, everybody will want to come closer to you. Everybody will want to see you. Everybody will want to talk to you. People will confess their problem to you. Even though you don't have money, but you have good eyes, you have prayer for them. But you shouldn't be somebody in that only a job, You always want to fight everybody. No. Look at what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Sayyidina Abu Bakr wa Jama'a. He said, Ulil Quraba. Be careful of them. Take good care of those who are closer to you. Some of us, our brother, maybe he's late, the children are here. Our sister, she's late, the children are here. Our aunt, all these, even though if you don't have, but cares about them, especially at this era that we have phone. Just put 200 naira credit whenever you have. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. How are you people? I just called to greet. Bye bye. And you will not spend 50 naira. In the olden days, you have to travel long distance before you can. But now, Allah has made it very simple. And if you have any differences with your people, try and settle it. Try and settle it no matter how. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَأَيُّتُ أُولِي الْقُرْبَى وَالْمَسَاكِينَ. And the poor ones, we have a lot of, you see, you can't just not just enter paradise. You have to walk. You walk. These are those people that are closer to you, blood relation. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, wal masakin, and the poor ones, the needies, those who need your assistance. Those who need your assistance. And see, it's always good. Don't wait till your sister should come and beg before you give. If you know she's in mess, if you know she lack, extend your good gesture to her. Don't wait that if she's so dearly, she'll ask. Don't let her ask first. You know what the Sahabas used to do? They said whenever they want to give their brother something, they will just go in the night. They will drop it at their door. Look at the hadith in Riyadh Salihin. Sahabas in the mosque, everybody has his own place because of their constant in prayer. So even though if you are standing here, who is to stay here. So these Sahabas want to give out sadaqah, and it's that man that used to stay here that he wants to give. So he bring that money, sadaqah, and keep particular that place, so that when he comes, he take it. When the son of this man that brought the sadaqah, he saw it, this is my father's calf now. So he took it and make use of it. Then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the father went to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, see, I kept sadaqah for somebody, it's not for my son. And he went and picked it and make use of it. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, you have your reward, your intention. And what you also take, there's no problem. The essence is that, they don't wait for someone to come and ask. And the Sahaba, do you know how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described them? وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصٌ. That they give out that what they need. For example, if a sister wants to dash a sister hijab, for example, you know what most of us does is that the hijab, you know that you are no longer using. The one that you don't change color for here. You don't do that. You don't give that one. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if you want to spend, لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ. That you will never reach, you will never be pious except you spend from what you love most. Now in your pocket, you have 1,000 naira, you have 500 naira, there is 200 naira, 100 naira, 50 naira. If you want to do sadaqah, which one do you use according to this? 50 naira? Allah said, listen to the verse. لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ. That you will never attain the righteousness except you spend from what you love most. If you want to tell ourselves the truth, between 1,500, which one do you like most? So it's the one that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has increased us in Iman. So, those who I need, you spend what? You spend on them if you have. You always see your sister, one hijab, all the time. But you have hijab up to 10. I know some of sisters that they have hijab up to 10. They have navy color, navy blue, then ash, they have pink, they have black, they have even some color that I don't even know how to call them. But you know if the sister, her hijab is no more than 2, good what? And nothing concern you. So this is, and it's you that will go back again. So this sister, you know that she know the change hijab. She know the change hijab. So try as much as possible. And you see what? Not only this. When you have a sister, always advise her. She always bring her family problems. My husband do this. Tell her to keep her mouth shut. Let her be patient. Because you have your own problems. You ask her to be patient. You know most of all what we say now. Ha! A man young daughter you. My husband. No, you don't try me with that. But they try her more than the one that is gonna. So stay because of your husband, don't stay because of your children. Your children is a visitor. Understand that language. Your children, they are visitors. They will go. Whether you take it or leave it. When you marry your husband, it's you and him. It's all of a sudden, after some months, after some years, the children came as a visitor. Whenever they go to school, they marry, they will go. You come back with that, your husband, 2 of you. And your children also to Mama, since I cannot, walk, I don't have time to come and be checking you. But let me bring your children, your grandchildren. Your grandchildren, they will be disturbing you again. They are visitors. Is that your husband? So stay because of your husband, don't stay because of your children. Stay because of it. Try as much as possible and retain your husband. Try as much as possible and retain your husband. Because if you miss him, You don't know how long you will stay. Oh. If to look at young girls that they are yet to be married, how many of them? Then we are not talking about you that maybe you have 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids. But if it is manageable, if it is a matter that is manageable, manage it. If it is a matter that is manageable, manage it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy upon you. So, wal masakin, those who are in need, those that require assistance, we should extend our what? Our resources to them. You know what surprises me? What you eat. What happened to it? At the end of the day, your body will absorb what they will absorb. The rest you will indicate it. But the one you give, what happened to it? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will keep it for you. That is why he said, وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ تَجِدُوهُ عِندَ اللَّهِ. Whatever you have put forward, you say, Allah, keep this one for me. Allah said you will see it with him. You will see it with him. You know some sisters, their husband will be buying them chicken every week. Chicken every week. But they will not ask him, do you buy for mama? You know, we are told, I don't know. The mama is she's very important. Very important. Very important. Ask your husband to invite mama come. When mama comes, wash her clothes. If mama wants to do anything, mama say, no, you come here to come and rest. All this you are doing it for yourself. Oh. You are not doing it for her. Actually, what you are saying, that tomorrow Allah should give you such a child that will be so caring for their mother. You are doing it for yourself. You are doing it for yourself. And let me tell you, we are talking about wal masakin. Whatever you give as sadaqah, it doesn't reduce your wealth. Whatever you give, fi sabilillah, it doesn't reduce what you have in your account, what you have at home. Because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in a hadith collected by Imam Muslim, said every day there are 2 angels. These 2 angels, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send them down. They will continue saying, Ya Allah, those who give fi sabilillah, Allah give them more. And those who hold their own, they refuse to give, Allah leave them with that they hold. So, it's very, very good. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya ayyuhal lazina amanu, hal adullukum ala tijaratin tunjikum min azabin alim. Tu'minuna billahi wal yawmil akhir, wa tujahiduna fi sabilillahi bi amwalikum wa anfusikum. Zalikum khayrun lakum in kuntum ta'lamun. Allah said, oh you who believe, hal adullukum ala tijaratin tunjikum min azabin alim. That should I inform you a particular transaction, a market, business that when you go inside it, all is profit, no loss. Tu'minuna billahi wal yawmil akhir. That you should believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you never lose. Wal yawmil akhir, and the last day. وَتُجَاهِدُونَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ بِأَمْوَالِكُمْ وَأَنفُسِكُمْ. That you should struggle, you should do فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ with your wealth and your soul. ذَلِكُمْ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, this is the best for you. Hadn't been you know. Hadn't been you know. In another place, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَتْلُونَ كِتَابَ اللَّهِ وَأَقَامُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَأَنفَقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ سِرًّا وَعَلَانِيَةً يَرْجُونَ تِجَارَةً لَنْ تَبُورَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, those who, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَتْلُونَ كِتَابَ اللَّهِ, those who used to recite Quran, those who used to recite Quran, you know, these are gathering. There was a question. Well, the question will refer as hypothesis. Those who do research in the school, they know what I mean by hypothesis. a tentative statement. So we will repeat the three questions, the three hypotheses. That, do you know how to recite Quran? You answer this question for yourself. And nobody, I will not ask you to tell me. Ask yourself, do I know how to recite Quran? One. Alhamdulillah, I'm able to recite Quran. Do you memorize Quran? Two. Three, do you know what the Quran is saying? You have been saying, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. What is the meaning of it? Do you know? Do you care to know? Kul huwa Allahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Do you know the meaning? Kul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq. Malam said they are very good. It is for protection. Do you know what they even stated there? Ayatul Kursi is very important. Do you know the meaning? 99 name of Allah, they are very good. Do you know the meaning? You want to use 99 name of Allah. Do you know the one that suits your problem? The one that suits your problem. So that you will not go and use the one of the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Instead of you want to tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, say, Allah delay my husband, he should not marry in time. And you guys say, Allah let him marry. Do you know that? If you want your husband to give you money, do you know the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you're supposed to use? So that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make him to give you. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. So there is a particular prayer that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, if you do it, Allah must answer your prayer. Do you know it? So it's very good. If this third question, you should answer it for yourself. I will not ask you, but you should answer it for yourself. But do you know why you should memorize Quran? If it happens on the day of judgment, you will enter paradise. Is that your memorization that you'll be climbing? When you say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, is step. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, second step. To Wala Dalim, last step. Then you continue. Alif Lam Mim, you will continue going. But if you don't even know very well, there is masala. There is a problem. You know you will stay. There's a motto. If they are going, some people will stay at the back at the door. If motto shake like this, they will about to fall. So, but if you are inside on top, you'll be safe. So memorize Quran. Memorize Quran. Know how to recite Quran. Memorize Quran. Then you try to know the meaning of Quran. Call your husband. Madam, what is the meaning of this? Yes. If he too doesn't know, it's because you people doesn't challenge your husband. You only fight when there is no food at home. You people only fight when there is no food at home. You are leaving us without food. We only fight for this. We ever fight that my husband, why you do not allow me to attend Islamia? We only fight for food. And do you know the funniest part of it? The food you are fighting for is just for the physical body. But the soul is not what? It's not rich. The soul, you are building your body. We spend much. Say, my husband not they buy cream for me. My husband not they buy good soap for me to bath. My husband no perfume. My husband no good cloth. My husband no do this. But you never find that my husband, the Quran I brought to your house, you don't finish. No back. Surah Al-Baqarah don't remove. Nothing concerns you. If there is no subscription in your DSTV, you complain. You complain. But Islamia, no. Salatul Duha. You know, I used to tell women that in fact, women have more opportunity to enter paradise. Because most of them, they are always at home. Salatul Duha, the prayer you're supposed to observe after the sun has risen, 2 rakah, 4 rakah, 6 rakah. It's very important. So, wal masakin, those who are in need, we should what? We should assist them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, wal muhajirin, and those who come to you for an assistance, those who migrate because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's very, very good that what? You also take good care of them. If a sister says, I want to come and stay with you, if you have resources, accommodate her. Encourage your husband, if he is well doing, that this sister, that his husband died, why don't you marry her? It's very good. Allah will not give you what? Allah will not write sin for you. Rather, He will write reward for you. But you know, money people said, I believe I can't cause wahala for myself. Not wahala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, wal muhajirin fi sabilillah wal ya'fu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we should what? We should forgive. We should forgive. How can a sister to a sister say, Allah said, no. Wal ya'fu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you should forgive your sister. Forgive those that wrongs you. Forgive those that do something bad to you. Forgive them. Wal ya'fu. Not only forgive them, wal yasfahu, and you still what? Carry them very close to yourself. Then I forgive, but I'll never forget. Which language is that? Yeah, I forgive, but I'll never forget. If you never forget, you have not forgive. Because whenever you remember, you what? It pains again. And if you have opportunity for vengeance, you do. So, waliyafu, waliyasfahu. Look at a very important question. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Allah tuhibbuna an yaghfirallahu lakum. As you said, you will never forgive your husband. Kamala, I can never forgive that man. You know when the woman is talking, shaking her head, there's a problem. Now, I will never forgive him. He's over the road with the father of your children. The father of your children. That is why it's always good. You know, Islam gives room for what? For separation. Instead of you and your husband fight, everybody will come. To the extent they will go to court, police station case. Salamun, salam. Let's separate. While I still work, I still see you with good eye. Madam, where is your wife? Me, I cannot fight you. My wife, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, she is my garment. I'm her garment. If today you are now fighting, your wife will carry stones in, you want to break your head. And you are running for your own safety. Which